Hello everybody, this is Ranjita. I am going to teach you CBSE 10th grade maths. Of that, the chapter trigonometry was the first I have taken, and that you can see in my earlier videos. Now the next chapter I am taking is polynomials, the second chapter in CBSE NCERT textbook. Okay, so what are polynomials? And yeah, the exercise 2.1 is all about graphs. Okay, and that is very easy, so I am skipping that exercise, that you can easily find. That is, if there is a graph like this, okay, then how many zeros? A polynomial graph is always like this, okay, like this. So if there is a graph like this, it means it is touching two times, right? So it means there are two zeros. Zeros means solutions, okay, of a polynomial. Okay, so I'm not going in much detail for this thing. This you can easily find out and go through the textbook. Now the next thing, exercise 2.2, that we'll just do. Okay, so exercise 2.2. 2.1 is all finding the zeros. Then you can easily find wherever it is cutting. If there are 3 times, then the zeros are 3. Okay, that's it. Now in our chapter, in this chapter polynomials, you have quadratic equations. For quadratic equations solving, okay, now the zeros, the solutions of a polynomial is known as alpha and beta. Okay, if it is a quadratic equation. Now what do you mean by quadratic equation? Where x has a power 2. Okay, 2-degree equation, that is x square plus 2x plus 1 is equals to 0. Then this becomes a quadratic equation where the highest power of x is 2. Okay, if it is 2, there will be 2 roots or 2 zeros. Okay, these are called zeros, and this is alpha and beta. Okay, it is represented as alpha and beta. And if it is a cubic polynomial, that is x cube plus 3x square plus x plus 1 is equals to 0. Suppose this is the equation. This is 3. So the zeros becomes alpha, beta and gamma. Okay. So this is alpha and beta when it is quadratic equation. This is called quadratic equation when the maximum power is 2. Okay. And this is called cubic equation where the maximum power is 3 and the roots roots are alpha, beta, gamma. Okay. This is the only preliminary thing which you want to know before exercise 2.2, and this already you know. Okay. In 9th and before classes also you have already studied. Now we'll go with the questions. What does question number 1 says? Okay. Now one more thing is, suppose this is a equation x square plus 2x plus, okay, not this. I will take a basic equation. Okay, ax square. Okay, a can be any number, any constant. Okay, plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Clear? Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Then there is a formula which says alpha plus, and if alpha and beta are the roots or zeros of this equation, then alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Okay, and alpha beta, that is the sum of the zeros of the quadratic polynomials, is equals to minus b, this b minus of this b by a. okay, or in other terms coefficient of negative of coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square, okay. Is the sum of the roots, that is alpha plus beta, and the product of the root is alpha beta is equals to c by a, that is the constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. Clear? So these are the two formulas which need to be taken care or need to be remembered for the exercise 2.2. Okay. Okay, now when we will start doing the questions, it will be more clear. So this you need to, I'll write it over here so that the formula is in mind. Okay, alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equals to c by a. Okay, and a, b, c, that you have to keep in mind. Clear? Okay, now we first will do work from the exercise 1. Now, hope you all will be knowing the middle term splitting that you have learned in 9th class, right? Middle term splitting. Many of you find difficulty in middle term splitting, and with middle term splitting you have to find the roots, that is alpha and beta you have to find by middle term splitting, okay, for a quadratic equation. So let's find the zeros of the, what is the first question? Exercise 2.2, question number 1. Question 1, first part. Okay. Question says, find the zeros of the following quadratic polynomials and verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Okay. Now verify the relation between the zeros and coefficients means, first we have to find the values of alpha and beta, and then we have to verify that alpha plus beta is giving you minus b by a or not. Okay, you cannot directly write this. You have to find alpha, find beta, and then add and check you are getting minus b by a or not. Okay, minus b by a you can easily find. Clear? Now the first equation, let's do x square minus 2x minus 8. Okay, if this is not given also you can write. Clear? Now this equation, how to do middle term splitting? In middle term splitting, S, that is the sum of the terms, is denoted as minus b, this thing b. Okay, this will be the sum, and p is equals to this thing into this thing. This thing here is 1. C into a. Okay, C here, sorry, a here is 1. So it is only minus 8. Now how to do middle term splitting? For that, first you have to find the p. Okay, and then whatever the number is there, that you have to find the factors of p, this number. Okay, let the sign be here. So this is what, right? 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Now with what combination of these terms, you have to check only these terms. Okay, so if we pair like this, that is 2 into 2 is 4, 4 and 2. If we make an arrangement such that this, we have to get minus 2. Okay, these terms we will arrange in an order such that their sum should give you minus 2 and product should give you minus 8. Now since we have a negative product, it means one of these two numbers should be negative. So I am taking minus 4 plus 2. So this minus 4 into 2 will give you minus 8. Clear? And minus 4 plus 2 will give you minus 2. Right? Got this? Minus 4 plus 2, how I can write? Okay, so this is the combination I will use in place of this. Okay, so you should know how to find this. This is a pairing. We will do more questions. While doing more questions, I think it will be more clear. Right? This is, you have to divide all the factors into two parts. Any combination. You can take two or something, any combination. Okay? If you want it, okay. That will come to know while doing more and more questions. Now this is minus 4 plus 2. Okay. So the equation becomes x square minus 4x. Okay, I am writing plus 2x first. Minus 4x minus 8. Okay. So in place of minus 2, this minus 2 I wrote plus 2 and minus 4. So you are getting the same equation. This equation should give you the same equation. Okay. That is what is the main aim. And the product should be minus 8 only. That is also the thing. Okay. This should be such arranged that the product should be this and the addition or subtraction should be this. Clear? So this is our equation. Now I will take x common. This becomes x plus 2. Right? Now this x plus 2, try to write the same x plus 2 over here, so that you will not make mistakes in sign. Okay, this should come. If your middle term splitting, this splitting is correct, then you should get, when you are taking the common in the first pair, you should use the same thing. Okay, x plus 2, x plus 2. Now to get this x plus 2, this is minus 4. So minus 4 into x will give you minus 4x, and this minus into 2 will give 2, minus 4 into plus 2 will give you minus 8. So this becomes minus 4. Clear how you got minus 4? Right? So this equation becomes x minus 4 and x plus 2. Right? So x minus 4, x plus 2. So x becomes, okay, x plus 2 is equals to 0. It means x is equals to minus 2. X minus 4 is equals to 0. I see, this is actually what we are doing. This is the product of two terms. Okay, if two terms are multiplied and you are getting 1 0, it means one of these terms is 0. Right? So when we are taking x plus 2 as 0, x is equals to minus 2. And when we are taking x minus 4 as 0, x becomes like it is x minus 4. X minus 4 is equals to 0. So x is equals to, this minus 4 goes over here and it becomes plus 4. Okay. So we get roots of this equation. The zeros of this equation are x is equals to minus 2 and 4. Clear? Okay. This is what is the process. X is equals to minus 2 comma 4. Okay. Now this is alpha and this is beta. This can be, this is alpha, this is beta, that no problem. Okay, that does not change because this is plus and this is sum and this is product, and that's why they both are commutative, right? So any of the numbers you can take as alpha and any of the numbers you can take as beta. Clear? Now we have to check whether this alpha beta is this condition applies or not for this alpha and beta. It should apply. Please keep in mind, it should apply. Okay. If it is not applying, it means your answer is wrong. Okay. If you are getting a quadratic equation where this is the answer, where you are getting roots, then that roots should be this only. That is must. Okay. Now we'll do the checking. Okay. The question, what was it? Verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. Now this is the zeros and this is the coefficient, and this relationship we have to verify. Okay. So alpha plus beta. alpha plus beta is equals to what? Minus 2 plus 4. That is minus 2 plus 4. That is equals to plus 2. Okay, plus 2. Now, what is our b? B is minus 2, right? And what is a? I will write minus b by a. Minus b by a is what? Minus of minus 2. Okay, be careful. This minus is there in the formula and this minus is of this number. This minus 2 is b. It is not 2. Okay, so it becomes this, and a is what? A is 1. So this becomes 1. That is 2. So this and this is same, right? So alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. So you can write alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a. Clear? So we have verified that the sum is correct. Now we also have to do alpha beta. We have to check both. Okay? Alpha beta, they are telling it is c by a. For us it is minus 8. Right? Minus 2 into 4. That is minus 8. Right? We are getting that. We have to multiply these numbers. That is alpha is minus 2. Beta is 4. 2 into 4 is 8 minus 8. Right? This is minus. Now, c by a. What is c by a? C is what? This number minus 8. Minus 8 divided by 1. That is minus 8. So, we get alpha beta is equals to c by a. Hence, verified. Right? Clear? So this is the way you have to solve these type of all these sums. Okay? We'll be doing all the sums so that there is no other confusions. Okay? So let's go to the next sum, right? All clear, it's clear, right? Okay, now more and more we'll do the middle term splitting, so that of course in all questions you have to do, so that it will become more and more clear. Okay? Let this formula be there only. Okay? Now it becomes question first, second part. Now what is second part? 4s square minus 4s plus 1. 4s square minus 4s plus 1. Right? 4s square minus 4s plus 1 is equals to 0. So again we will do middle term splitting. So s becomes what? Is minus 4, and p, s is sum, p is product. Okay? P is what? C into here a is there. So you will multiply 1 into 4. So this becomes 4. Now what is the means? Okay, now we will find the factors of 4. Factors of 4 is very simple. It is 2 into 2. So these two numbers only you can take, right? So you have to get minus 4. So 2 into 2 is minus 4 and 2 plus 2 is also minus 4. Now this is positive, this is negative. We will have both the negative number. Whenever p is positive, you should keep in mind, whenever p is positive, it means either both are negative or both are positive. Both the numbers should be negative or both the numbers should be positive. Right? If p is negative, it means one of the numbers is negative. Clear? So now this becomes 4s square minus 2s plus 1. Clear? This is 2 and 2 will give you 2 plus 2 is 4, minus 2 plus minus 2 gives you minus 4, and 2 into 2 gives you plus minus 2 into minus 2 gives you 4. Right? So we are using minus 2 and minus 2. Clear? Now let's take common in this first. Okay, first two things we'll take a common. This becomes 2s Now this is 2s minus 1. Right? This same thing you have to write. Please be careful. This same thing you have to write 2s minus 1. Otherwise you will make mistakes in sign and answer will be wrong. If one small mistake is there, the answer will totally be wrong. Okay. Now this is my 2. See, here it is minus 2 and here it is plus 2. So this will become minus 1. Now minus 1 into 2s is minus 2s. Minus 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. Okay. This is how you have to find out the answer. So 2s minus 1 and 2s minus 1 is equals to 0. 2s minus 1. Okay. And this as it is you have written, and this is 2s minus 1. So since these both are same, it means it was a perfect square. Now what is a perfect square? Where a plus b whole square formula can be used. That is a square plus 2ab plus b square. This is a perfect square. Okay. So since you are getting the same numbers, same things, it means it would have been a perfect square. Okay. But it's okay. You can do with middle term splitting. Always try to do with middle term splitting so that you don't have to think much. It's easier, right? So 2s minus 1 this. So s is equals to 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2. So how this is happening? 2s minus 1 is equals to 0. S is equals 2s is equals to 1. This minus 1 goes over here. So 2s is equals to 1. S is equals to 1 by 2. Clear? So this is how you get S 1 by 2. Since these both are same, we are getting both same. So alpha and beta are same in our case, in this case. Okay? Clear? Now what we have to do? We have to do the checking. So alpha plus beta. Alpha beta, you know, alpha is half and beta is also half. Okay? So alpha plus beta is equals to 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, that is equals to 1. No, 1 by 2 plus, yeah. So alpha plus beta gives 1, right? Clear? Now we have to check what is minus b by a. What is minus b? Minus b is minus of minus 4 and okay, this is minus 4, this is b, minus b, minus of minus 4, minus 4 is b. Now a is what? 4. So this becomes 4, that is 4 by 4, that is 1. So this and this is same, right? So alpha plus beta is equals to minus b by a, verified. Clear? Clear? Now next comes alpha beta. Alpha beta means 1 by 2 into 1 by 2. That is 1 by 4. Right? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4. Now we will check what is c by a. C by a is, what is c? 1. And what is a? 4. Clear? 1 by 4. So this and this and this again become same. So we have verified that alpha beta is equals to c by a. Hence verified. Okay. Got it? Got it? How it is simple way, right? The rest of the questions I'll be doing in the next video. So keep watching, keep learning. Have a nice day. Bye.